quizzes out there that give you different methods for conducting what your stats would be in real life. So example, it's like strength is how many push-ups you can do. Like wisdom is how often you've played D&D. The more often, the less wisdom you have. Relatable. What's up, tax evaders? It's me, the IRS. Just kidding, I had y'all scared for a second. It's me, the table, with another video, and today I'm going to talk about different stat methods you can use for D&D. But before I get into that, be sure to subscribe. Okay, now that you've done that, let's get into the video. So, why am I talking about stat methods? Table, there's already like standard array, rolling, point buy. There's already systems. Why do you need more? I think they're boring. I'm gonna put that out there. And a way to spice them up, I have different methods with the table. I'm gonna save one that I came up with for last. I think it creates more intensity in the table and it brings everyone together. Especially great for new groups, but old veteran groups as well would really enjoy this method of making stats, and you can get some more powerful stats while adding more powerful creatures at whatever level. You can also balance it to make it low level as well, but I'll get into that. First method. This is the one I've seen a video of. If I can find the video, I'll put it in here explaining it. But basically, the method is 18d6 or 24d6, depending if you like rerolls. So what it is you throw all your dice. You get 18 of them, 18 six-sided dice, throw them all at the same time. And the numbers that you get, you rearrange into chunks of 3 and make your stats. So if you see like 3 sixes, put them together and get an 18. Or if you see 3 ones, you could get a 3 in a stat. If you just really want an extreme dump stat, or want that to be a real point that you're working on as like a character flaw, this one's chaotic. If you want to add less chances of low stats, like those 3, those 4s, those 5s, do the 24d6 method. Basically, you drop the 6 lowest dice and then you do the same bunching method. That one's a lot more practical, and I've used that one for campaigns before. I used a different system that I'll get into in the end. Number 2 is the d20 method. This one is just if you like chaos. That's all I can really say for it. You can do it multiple different ways. You could do 1 for every stat and hope for the best. I would recommend that for a one-shot. I would not do that for a full-blown campaign. Unless you hate your players, and that works too. 2d20, if you want to give yourself advantage and not have like stinky low stats, you could do like 60-20 and then at the end mess with it. You could do that, or you could do 90-20 and then drop the 3 lowest dice. Or you do 18d20 and give yourself advantage on every single of the 9 group roll, and then take out the 3 lowest group of dice and give yourself that. There's different ways you could use this, but basically use a d20. You teach everyone how to use that little clickety math rock that you're going to throw for everything except for your weapon damage. So players can just get in the habit. You can cause chaos. Yeah, this is for specific DMs out there. Number 3, if you want a little bit more of a dexterity, you're doing something, you don't necessarily want the dice, you don't want the points, you don't want the standard array, I'm going to introduce a Jenga method. Bring a Jenga block tower. There's different ways you can do this one as well. So if you want to do it where it's competitive, fire in the hole! Have everyone pull from the tower, and you can like draft numbers. Like you can have like a list of numbers, and then whoever knocks over the tower, you can go from them. So example, if Judy knocks over this tower and then I'm next, you could do it to where either I go up and I get to pick from a list of numbers and add it to a stat if you want to do a draft system, or you could do it to where Judy gets an 8 in a stat and then I would get like a 15, next person go 12 and 10. You could do stats like that. This is if you want more competitive aspect, or if you want it to be more solo, you could do it to where every block they pull and put on the Jenga tower could be like worth 2 points or something, or worth a point, and they have to stack the tower and then they get the stats before it falls. That might take a little longer, but if you really want to watch your players do something, sure, why not give yourself that. Number 4, real life stats. Yes. There are quizzes out there that give you different methods for conducting what your stats would be in real life. So example, it's like strength is how many push-ups you can do. Like wisdom is how often you've played D&D. The more often, the less wisdom you have. Relatable. Intelligence, like how many books you've read. Constitution was the last time you got sick. I think charisma might be how many friends you have. I don't remember all of them, but all the ones I remember off the top of my head. There's different quizzes, and there's like, oh, you get these stats because you have real life. Basically, it puts you into the game, puts you into the character, and you can relate more if you want that relatability. Or you're a narcissist and really love yourself and want to play as yourself. That's another way to do it as well. Or if you just want to play a campaign as yourself just for fun, it gives you that option. final method is one I want to say I came up with, is the blackjack method. If somebody else came up with this before, I want to say a year and a half ago, let me know. The blackjack method. What it is, you play a game of blackjack, game play 21, whatever you call it. You get 2 cards. You can either play it to where the players cannot show their hand to everyone else, and they show at the end, or you're gonna make it intense, which is the way that I play it. You have to show your cards face up. So that way, whenever you're playing, you get 2 cards, 10s and below, they're their number. If you get Jack, Queen, King, that's worth 10 as well. And then if you get ace, it's 1 or 11, you can choose as you go. Basically, you start with 2, and then the dealer goes to you and says hit or stay. And if you choose to hit, you choose to get another card. Your goal is to get to 21 without going over, or as close to 21 as possible. And then whatever number you get, that's your stat. If you bust or go over, you can take a 9 in the stat, getting a -1 in something. So the minimum you can get is a 9. You can make it less if you wanted to and make it more severe. And then if you get a 21 naturally, you can get a 22, or you can make it higher and give like a 24, just something crazy. Like if you get an ace and a jack immediately or something like that, and then you could build up to a 21 and give yourself a 22. Or you can do it to where a 22 natural, and 21 naturally gives you 22, and then 21, and then you can add race bonuses after. So it allows for a little more high power campaigns. But this is fun because you have the players yelling at each other like, don't draw, don't do it, or go for more, you won't mess up. And then like sabotaging each other because there's only so many cards in the deck. If someone's gonna bust eventually, you won't have everyone building high stats off of like rolling or something like that. It'll be decently balanced. That's a method I came up with. There's definitely ways to modify that. That is how you do stats. More ways, just more creative, keeps you on your toes. If you like this, subscribe. If you don't, still subscribe. If you like the music you hear in the background, I made it. Check out the link. And you can get more music. You can hear it everywhere. I just put it all out on every platform. Stream it, buy it, whatever you feel like doing. Outro time.